But let's get that motivational, inspirational ball rolling with a success quarter mantra. What do you got for us?
Well, I don't know if it's a success quarter mantra, but we've always been big about running please and thank you kitchens.
Okay.
Or please and thank you restaurants.
I like it.
You know, the big thing was always, I always felt tension between front of the house and back of the house, and as well as the tension between, you know, chefs and cooks. And so I was raised, you know, my mom always raised me with please and thank you was her biggest things. And so we really brought that into the restaurants.
Yeah.
You know, even when you're stressed, you know, please, thank you.
Yeah.
Even when the pressure's on, a simple please, but it has to be a real please and thank you.
Why is it so important to work things like this into the fabric of your culture?
Because if people don't feel respected, they're not gonna they're not gonna be part of the team.
Yeah.
If they feel like they're disrespected, then it eats away at culture.
Yeah.
And you know, I've still done it. I've still, you know, there's people who, even though I didn't mean to, felt like I wasn't treating them properly. And, you know, and there were times where on really busy shifts, and like one of my servers, who's like a little sister to me, I mean, I just snapped at her because it was a stressful service, and I pulled her aside afterwards and I said, you know, I'm really sorry for snapping at you.
Yeah. And I think we're not going to be perfect all the time either. And when we do have our shortcomings and we acknowledge our shortcomings, it's so powerful to publicly acknowledge your shortcomings and to like apologize. And like, what does that do?
Well, I mean, there's also a certain disarming quality to the please and the thank you if it's a heartfelt please and thank you.
Yeah.
Like if I really appreciate the hard work that someone's doing, then I think they typically feel that. And there's people who say, well, it's just, you know, nonsense or whatever. But I've always felt that it's, like I said, I've made my mistakes as well, of course, but I have always tried to diffuse that throughout, like, you know, because I have chefs that come from other companies, and then those companies, you know, either the chef ruled the kitchen or they were allowed to be snarky with the staff, and it's a training process.
Yeah. It's
a training, you know, same with some of our general managers, you know, they come in and they're like, well, you know, I was treated like crap when I was coming up. And it's still one of those things that sticks in my head. It's like, God, I worked for some toxic people, and they put me in horrible situations. And sometimes I still, like when we first opened Mofo, I hadn't really developed, like I thought I was running a really positive and open kitchen when I ran Restaurant August. And I have cooks who come back to me being like, man, I respected working for you, but you were a terror.
Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed today's video, please like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. And don't forget, there's a complete archive of every episode at restaurantunstoppable.com. Peace.